scan the QR code, fill it in. Yes, yes, everyone's done it? Okay, otherwise you cannot vote.
Bro, like maybe to like people that look at someone else. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's the IPA. Yeah.
It's just unconstitutional.
Okay, welcome everyone to the CSOC AGM 2024. We're going to get started now, so that's the agenda. Apologies, co-president's report, treasurer's report, sales report, director's report, constitutional amendments, election of executives, general business, and then business without notice. We will move on. So firstly, acknowledgement of country. So we would like to first acknowledge the Bedegal people, who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we are meeting today. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people that join us here this evening. So apologies, Leslie Liu cannot attend in person, but she is attending online via Discord. No other apologies were received, so yeah. So I move to accept the apology. Does someone second this? Yeah, Amy seconded. Okay, starting up with the co-president's report. So we'll just be giving off a bit of an overview of the whole year that has everything that's occurred. So Leslie will start it off. Leslie is online. If everyone wants to see.
Hello. Hi. Can people hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so hi, I'm Leslie, one of the co-presidents, and
Oh yeah, and I'm Elizabeth, the other co-pres for 2024.
yeah, so that was us 1 year ago, last AGM, where we found out that we'll be able to help lead CSE SOC for 2024. And what an exciting year has it been. We started with 5 visions. Alright, hopefully they're on the board because I can't see behind me.
Yep.
Yeah, and so basically we were figuring out, so what does the ideas of diversity and inclusion actually look like? Because that's kind of like the core of what CSE SOC's been trying to do, right? So I'm able to split it into 5 key words: empowering, engaging, connecting, unifying, and igniting. So what does that really mean? Well, it means empowering members with extensive opportunities. So things like meeting the students' social, academic, professional, and personal needs through a variety of events and resources, providing more resources regarding international opportunities, and then making sure that every event we run or content we produce is empowering all members of CSE SOC with holistically positive university experience. Alright, and then we have like engaging. So that just means increasing the participation from maybe historically less involved members of the CSE community and catering to the broader community, especially those who can't always come to our things in person. So things such as our online or remote community. And also, that means collaborating with diverse organizations across all facilities, across university and wider society, and also both domestically and internationally. Then, like halfway, we got connecting, so connecting with the community, such as making sure that we're receptive to feedback improving our events based on that, making sure we align with community vision, and ensuring transparency in everything we do so that everything's also shared with the community. Trying to unify DSC SOC's presence and expanding it by increasing event visibility and stronger social media presence. And then lastly, igniting team passion, which is more of an internal goal, such as fostering a welcoming and comfortable environment for our subcommittee members to develop alongside directors, and making sure, once again, to be transparent with each other and seeking feedback and help from each other to help clarify and improve our projects. Alright, so next. Alright, so, yeah, next slide. Yeah, so some of our 2024 highlights. We've got 3 events, or 4 per week, 3 inter-uni events, and 3 ARC awards. So the lucky trinity. So 3 ARC awards of the community engagement, best website, and what was the last one?
New initiative. New initiative.
New initiative, which is the cultural barbecue, and I believe each portfolio will probably expand on what each award meant for them. And then on the other side, we've got new social sponsors. So camps, social events are bigger and better, and people attending get more out of them. We've got new monthly EDI article, Humans of CSE, which won us one of our awards, 10 out of 10, and our digital portfolio, which ran 4 digital events, and that's like pretty, to have like someone dedicated to do that, pretty amazing in a university society. What's the next slide? Yeah, so our growth in numbers, everyone likes looking at big numbers. We got 2 million views on one of our Instagram reels, so claps to media, thank you. We had a 200% increase in Discord members from like 4,500 to 8,000 since 2022. So that's like a crazy jump. And then we have 49% non-male students in our internal team, which is like an awesome like soft quota to have it represent our diverse student community like that.
Yeah, and then for our other 2, we had more than 110 plus Facebook events this year currently, and we still have more time to go, so that's pretty cool. 10 plus unique societies collabed with, that's a lot of societies, so good job to everyone who ran an event with another society. And of course, we are still #1, the largest CSE society in the Southern Hemisphere, still. Okay, and now onto the goals that we set as exec. So as execs, we had a lot of goals that we wanted to achieve, and we just wanted to highlight a few of the main goals that we thought were really great that we managed to achieve. So we had more resources regarding international opportunities like exchange programs, job opportunities elsewhere, such as our tech exchange event that we ran this year. We had catering to broader communities, including remote members through, of course, our online events and our outreach events and all these different events that try to promote more interaction from communities that we don't interact with as often. We lowered the barrier to participate again through online events, and of course we had better online moderation this year. Another great stat was we created at least 2 new resources, and not targeted towards first years, but rather postgrads, internationals, people part of the LGBTQI community, all these different communities that we don't normally target. Of course, we had our town halls. We had one every single term, which was a big goal to try and get as much feedback as we possibly could back from all the community. So that was something that we would like to continue on further into next year and build on from this year. And of course, we also had our end of year form that we did, which garnered a lot of responses. I think this time last year that we did, and we got a lot of responses back from most of the community about what they wanted to see in the coming year. And finally, of course, team diversity. So we really wanted to ensure our team was diverse, and we managed to do that with our 51% quota of male to non-male members as our internal team. Yeah. So that's just a few of the goals we achieved. And then to be improved, so of course we couldn't meet every goal, as is the way of life. So things that we would like to see in further, maybe until next year, 2025, is more collaboration with the school, events with the school, because in the end we didn't quite manage to collaborate with the school or faculty on any real event or on a different course or anything. We didn't quite manage to do that, so something for next year. Feedback forms. Although we did a few termly feedback forms, we didn't quite manage to get a feedback form for every single event, just because, you know, we're running events, we forget sometimes here and there. So something for next year, getting feedback forms for all events, putting it into a process where we're able to always get a feedback form. And of course, unifying all the website platforms, because we do have a few, but that is not to say we didn't do a lot. Like our website managed to have a whole refresh and is about to be deployed or just got deployed. Our brand new website, so go have a look at that and check it out. So hopefully in future years we manage to merge all our different websites that we currently have together. Yeah, so just things to be improved. And finally, we just want to say a huge thank you to our amazing exec team. So I'll name every single one. Catherine, Amy, Nicole, Sophie, Justin, Ivan, Matt, Leslie, anyone else? Yeah, so amazing thank you to them. You can see we literally had a meeting count hour, and we managed to get all the way to 59.45 hours of just exec meetings alone this year. So good job to all of them, and yeah, that's all I can say. And of course, thank you to the 2024 team. I see quite a few of you sitting in front of me today. Thank you to all of you guys. Without you, none of the events, none of the resources, none of the marketing would have ever happened without you guys. So a massive pat on the back to all of you guys as well.
She wants
Wait, am I on
Yes,
the mic?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I also just want to say I'm so, I'm not home overseas and not in Sydney, so I can't actually be here. But I really wish I was at the AGM, because it was just such an amazing experience being in CSC SUB with the other execs who everyone really wanted to make this year a good one, and worked really hard to try and bring each goal to life, or wanted to bring each initiative or make each event happen. And that was just seriously awesome. And I don't know, through the interwebs, I just want to say a huge thank you to the entire team and everyone in the community or anyone who's just attended any event, because they won't work without people coming, and they won't work with everyone working on it. So it's just a tremendous feat of collaboration that we're able to bring all these cool things that we talk about in today's AGM to life, and that's because it's all because of you guys. So much love.
Yeah, so that is the co-chancellor's report. I move to accept the report. Does anyone second it? Okay, Nicole seconds the report. Thank you. Next, we will have our treasurer's report. Yeah.
Right, thanks EDC. Alright, I'll go through the treasurer's report. I hope you guys enjoy my beautiful graphics. It's in theme with summer because it's getting warm. It's 29 degrees today, so remind me of summer. So we'll go first through the expenditure summary, and all of this data here is as of the 1st of September 2024. Just because we do our monthly budgeting, we sort through our spendings and incomes once every month. So that's why it's as of 1st of September. Yep. Gotta have a drip. Right, so that's basically the breakdown. So internals has spent $12,000 Externals has spent $78,000. Technical has spent $5,500. And others have spent $12,000. I know this number looks pretty bad, but again, this is just purely expenditures. So this doesn't account for the money that we get from the sale of the tickets, sponsorship, anything like that. This is purely the amount of money that we have spent on running events or just operating the society as a general. And I'll just break down how much each portfolio has spent. So first up, internals. Creative has spent $0. I think I should have given you guys the Photoshop subscription, but maybe the next year's treasurer will be happy with you guys and give it to you. Marketing has spent $200, media around $200 again. HR has only spent $800, and merchandise was $12,000. So the total comes out to $12,700. Yeah, no, that's crazy, you know? Like majority of it is merchandise. But again, yeah, that's the internal breakdown. Next, externals. So socials have spent. I know, right? Big numbers, crazy. Yep. I'll just go through them. So socials has spent $5,000. Careers has spent $4,200. Events has spent $8,000 so far. Outreach $1,700. Camp had costed us the most, $51,000. That's first year camp. And barbecue so far $7,830 and Socktail $0. But it is projected that CSE Sock will be subsidizing Socktail, and that is projected to be about $9,000. So yeah. Next we've got technical. Competitions has spent $4,750. Education $800. I know online. I think we spent money on like the GeoGuessr and stuff, and like the prize money for the Brawl Star game. So again, like this is as of start of September, so some numbers hasn't been updated properly, but. Yeah, that's a technical summary. There you go. Others, development, that's at DevSock. They get 15%, they've been getting the 15% cut of the pay so far. And also this includes their, so when they used to be part of CSE Sock, they used to be called technical, and they had a remaining funding of around $4,200. So they got that as their seed money. And then the rest of the expenditure was the 15% of the sponsorship that we have received so far in the year. Comp Club has gotten $1,167, and admin costs. This includes things like our server costs, mainly the server costs actually, and then the 2023 rollover, which is the spendings that hasn't been sorted out from the previous year. Yeah, so it comes down to $12,683. And then, so the total income summary. So far from sponsorships, we have received $46,900. The reason why we have an asterisk is because some companies still owe us money, unfortunately, but that's okay, we'll get the money. Art grants, $6,308. That also has an asterisk because that also includes some of the money that we have got back from the school of CSE, not necessarily ARC themselves. Event sales, $63,000. So this includes like things like pub crawl tickets, camp tickets, anything that we might have gone to like Humanities or whatever. Merchandise, $8,000, so that's like things like hoodies, keyrings, things like that. And then interest, $223. $223. So the total income comes down to $124,844.19. So, as of the AGM, our total expenditure this year is $109,292.49. And our total projected expenditure, which will be the end of this year, which is the 31st of December, is $140,861.26. And then, total income as of AGM is $125,344.19. And the total projected income end of this year is $135,344.19. God, I'm not graphing. Again, I was gonna say something else just on my mind. No, it's not this, but yeah, okay. So at the beginning of the year, so the 1st of January 2024, in our bank account we had $74,000 to start with, and currently, so as of, sorry, the 26th? 25th. What is it, 26th? 25th, because I was doing this at 1 AM last night. $63,000 we have currently in our bank account. That is combining both the everyday account and also our savings account, because we have a savings account. Although this year, compared to like the previous years, we haven't received as much funding. We've managed to overcome some of the shortcomings by mainly going for the ARC grant. We have gotten I think we basically got all the money that we can get from ARC, and also we have been granted a bit more money from the School of CSE, I think. So because the whole point of there's no reason for us to hold so much money in our bank account. The whole reason why we act as a society is so that we can give that money that we get from sponsors, school, ARC, whatever, to give back to the students essentially. So although we don't have $1 million in our bank, but still, as long as we have enough money to serve the society and the students, we should be good to go. And that's really it. So. Okay. So I move that the treasurer's report be accepted. Does anyone second? Yeah, we've got 5 seconds. So
I need one.
1 minute. One.
You have to identify.
One.
Oh wait, raise your hand again. Oh, Matt, there you go. Oh, Matthew. Too slow. Anyways, there you go. Alright, so who's next? Oh, ARC delegate report. There you go.
Okay, we'll get started. So the first thing that I did as ARC delegate was organise O-Week for all the new students at UNSW. So firstly, I want to give a big thanks to all the directors and execs who helped this happen. 4 days at uni with from 9 to 5 is a lot of work, so it definitely couldn't have happened with a lot of you guys helping me out. And yeah, so leading up to O-Week, we had a lot of manpower, especially from creative, to help us make all the amazing merch. We had over 300 units of merch ranging from the cute bucket hats, pins and stickers. And then also, because of this, we increased our membership and also increased our social media following by a lot. So thank you guys. Next. Okay, so after spending the entire year bugging ARC with my endless questions, follow-ups, emails, and room bookings, I think it's safe to say that it was definitely worth it. With the amount of events that CSE Soccer is training, like Elizabeth said, 110 events is crazy for any society at UNSW, and with an average of 3 events per week. And I guess this is a big testament to all the hard work that each portfolio does to output for our society. Next. So more specifically with numbers, Justin and I have milked ARC from $4,000 just from ARC grants, from all the attendance forms that you guys have been putting at the events and banner photos, and ARC has capped us, as you can see at the bottom. You have officially reached your annual limit of funding, so yes, we've really milked them, and yes, we've had over 90 total ARC bookings this year, both indoor and outdoor as of now, but there's still more that I need to put through, so that's just an insane number from just one society and only just 2 terms. Okay, next over. With these crazy numbers, CSE Soc has also been nominated for so many awards, and we took home 3 awards for the categories Best New Initiative with the Cultural Barbecue. Shout out to Outreach. The Best Website, a collaboration between media and Outreach. Also best on-campus engagement from all the events that you guys do, which is all the in-person and indoor and outdoor room bookings and all our memberships. So this is an insane feat because we've never gotten this many awards before. And again, it just shows all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes for everyone in CSE Soc. And this is something new, slightly separate from ARC delegate work, but one new initiative from the execs is to revive our LinkedIn. So this is mainly to help both the students to know the new opportunities and job openings available, and also the sponsors to see all the cool events that you guys cook up. With the help of Ivan, with our post, we've gained 500 new followers in just 6 months, and our page has 6,000 new visits from LinkedIn users. So crazy numbers. Yeah, I think that's it from me.
To accept the ARC-Dale's report. Does anyone second this? Joyce, I think, was first. Okay. So next we have our directors' reports. First up is careers. So if we can get our careers directors.
My name is Jasmine, one of the 3 careers director of 2024. Unfortunately, Max and Eric can't make it today. Busy. Yeah, that sucks. But we still had a really, really great year together. So just to start us off with our vision. So when we were first directors, we had this 4 kind of broad visions where we wanted to make sponsorship packages more accessible, such that the student body experience the culture and opportunities of a wider variety of sponsors, such as trading, tech companies, banks, etc., etc. And for perspectives, we wanted to eliminate disparity between sponsors of different packages by reducing the number of shared events we give from higher tiered sponsors. And so this allows us for more consistency in the quality of our events and the experience of the wider community, of course, as well. And in total experience, of course, we want to make sure we have a supportive and inclusive environment is created in our portfolio. So with a focus on having a good experience and inclusive experience without compromising professionalism, of course, in regards to organising events and communicating and liaising with sponsors. And diversity, wanted to introduce a wider range of events and look for collaboration with the societies. We actually collaborated with 6 societies this year, with 1 inter-uni society, and as well as other portfolios such as competitions for the hackathons and outreach with International Women's Day. And for our goals that we had this year, we had really, really simple goals in the beginning, not gonna lie. Such as 4 to 5 events per trimester, smash that. We got 10 events in the first semester, at the height of company recruitments, period, because everyone wanted to recruit people, cool. And then 4 events in Tier 2 and Tier 3, the 4 events are still coming up. Please check them out. And for more casual internal goals, we wanted to run weekly in-person meetings, of course, and bonding events like 2-3 times a semester. Fortunately, we couldn't do it beach day, but like, it's fine. We did everything else. It's like, next. And we had got 22 sponsors this year for CSE, and we have gained, $46,900 from them, so that's great. And just to briefly explain, that's the 3 tiers we have. Yeah, you can have a look at all the companies we talked to today, this year. Next. And so we actually ran 14 initiatives this year in Sem 1 and Sem 2, and we are anticipating 4 more. So check them out on CSE's Facebook account and join us if you're interested. So at Team 1, we actually did UniHack. It's basically one of our really biggest events this year. Hosted more than 100 people for 3 days, and secured actually a long-term relationship between us and UniHack. So if you missed out this year, you can join us next year. And we also ran dedicated events for our sponsors, such as TikTok Talk, STEM Quiz, Insight Day, IMC, Creating Hackathon, Volatility Lab, and Optiva. And we also had our flagship events, of course. So Integram Mix and Match. We had a dating theme this year. Mix and match. We had our flagship hackathon, we had our IMP launch, and we will have, instead of a networking night this year, we're actually going to have a cocktail networking night. So get ready for that. Cool. And yeah, it's been a really busy, really busy and wild year. Lots of emails, lots of meetings, and lots of events planning. But it's been good. It's been fulfilling. Thanks. And lastly, just want to give a shout out to our kids. Angel and Nissa, Brian, Christina, James, Jenny, Leo, Michael, Nathan, Nicole. Slay, I love them. Our subcom team has really helped us pull through this year, like with all of our burnouts, especially after Sem 1 when they were not here and we had to run all these events ourselves. And they gave us really good experience in CSSOC. I hope they had a good experience too. And also, Sage, even though they're not here, massive thank you to my co-directors, Max and Eric. So they really welcomed me and helped me transition into the careers portfolio. I didn't know anything about careers, I didn't know how anything worked, and they really helped me learn and grow from this careers and CSO experience. And that's it.
Hi, hello. I'm Hai Ping. I'm one of the competition directors.
Hello, I'm Alif, one of the other competition directors.
Our third competition director, Diego isn't able to make it here today.
All right, let's go. Yeah, so for our visions for this year, we had a few. Provide opportunities for beginners because everyone knows that CPMSOC has some scary competitions and everyone from there is really scary. Just kidding, they're really nice. We wanted to emphasize the experience of our contest rather than just focus on prizes. We wanted to promote engagement with the wider CSE community, and we have managed to do that through collabs with societies that we haven't really done collabs with before, which we'll see in a bit. And finally, we wanted to emphasize on the social aspects of our contests.
Yep, and following that is our goals. These are related to the competitions we've hosted over the year. Go next slide, please. Yeah, so first goal was we wanted to collect feedback forms for every single event. Unfortunately, there were 1 or 2 events where we might have not done it, but most of the events we have collected feedback forms. Thank you to everyone who's been to our competitions and signed up feedback forms. It really helped us improve. And next, we ran our big flagship event with at least 200 participants. We ended up getting actually 287 participants, so that's a massive turnout. And over the year, we plan to host at least 6 competitions. This year, we've actually planned to host about 9, so we've gone overboard. Yeah. So out of those 6, we wanted at least 2 inter-portfolio events, which we've achieved. We've had collaborations with education, with careers from 1511 competitions and the flagship hackathon. We've won at least 1 inter-society competition, so we've actually got a few. We've got one with MatronSoc, we've got one from DevSoc, and we've also got a few from InterUni. Then we also want at least 2 socially oriented events. Unfortunately, we've only managed to achieve 1, which is the Chug and Debug, which is coming up soon. You guys should definitely attend. And next, we wanted at least 1 subcom ideated one and subcom run. Unfortunately, our subcom, we didn't quite get to that just yet. And then we have 1 director ideated and subcom run, which is Chug and Debug. Our subcom are doing a great job at that.
Alright, so to quickly run through the year of events. So starting the year off, we had the IMC coding competition with collabing with careers. And that event had around $2,000 of prizes with a beginner and higher level competition, so 2 contests. That had a total of around 170 people doing it. So the next was UniHack, which is a hackathon that was run by Atlassian and other companies around Australia, and we had around 80 people doing that one. Next was 1511 revision contest, so to helping people revise in their first term of uni for 1511. That had a total of 80 people turning up. And then once we got into term 2, we got the Rocky Code Rumble, which was a collab with SecSoc and CPMSOC to run some beginner-friendly contests in both cybersecurity and competitive programming, which had a total of 240 people attending. Next, we had our annual flagship hackathon with DevSoc and careers, with a total of 280 people attending. Next was the WIT Startup Comp, which is a collab with WIT, and that had a total of 60. Finally, in this term, we had Inter-Uni competition, which was a collab with Sinks from UCID and Monash, Uni Melb, and Uni of Adelaide. That had a total, so over around 5 unis, and that had a total of over 300 participants. And then finally coming up, we have the collab with MatronSoc, so a build-a-thon, and also a more social event with Chug and Debug.
Yep, and following stats for our events, across all the events, we've had 1,375 total signups, which is quite a lot. We also had 53 different challenge problems written across our competitive programming platforms, plus many more that weren't quite used. And then prizes, we've given out over $7,000 worth of prize pool money across all our events. And We've also collabed with 6 different societies, and if you want to include inter-uni, that's +5, so that would be 11 different societies we've collabed with. And then we've also hosted 4 different hackathon events, so it's quite a lot.
Alright, so yeah, like I can last thank you. None of this like really happens without one, our subcom, and 2, you guys for like attending these contests. Because if none of you guys could like attend, we don't get 1,300 participants. But yeah, a quick thank you to, I don't know who's here, but Charisse, Kai, Sean, Jess, Ray, Diego, Amith, Kyle, Saxon, Anlisa, and Sabine for being able to help out with all our competitions.
Yeah, also make sure if you're the next port, just get ready, yeah, to go. Yeah, so next port will be digital, so just be ready to come after the creative.
Hey guys, so we are the Creative Port. We're the port that focuses on the visual aesthetics of CSE SOC. And yeah, so to my side is Anna and Shay, they're my beautiful co-directors, and thank you guys for everything. So yeah, let's just get started. So our visions, we have 4 main visions, so inclusive and supportive environment, collaboration, creative exploration, and efficient merchandise process. And we achieve these through our internal streams.
So with our internal structure, this is how we ran it this year. We have banners where all of our subcom worked on it together, managed by Shay. Then we split into 3 smaller subgroups, so merch, comics and logos, and then mini projects, and then they were led by 1 director each.
So with every event, majority of the CEC SOC events we had made banners for, and this included 80 plus banners and counting. So the ones that we're also doing this term.
Yeah, so with my merch stream, we've achieved $10,000 plus of merch created and purchased for the CSE community. This includes O-Week pins, O-Week stickers, and the bucket hats. You see the designs on the left side, on your right side, sorry. And this also includes the first year camp shirts made by Shay, and also the CSE SOC annual hoodies, which was the shell hoodies. And yeah, so the little marketing as well as the hoodies made over there. And what we achieved are the pre-sale release. So coming up soon, if you going to the next, so we have upcoming merch. So we have the hoodies general release. This is a little collaboration with media and marketing. And yeah, this is one of our goals of multimedia also, where we combine with all internals besides HR, but all internals portfolios to create this merch release. And also we also have another one, the spring merch drop. Stay keen because we are cooking it, and yeah, like it says on the drawing board silly. So you guys can see we have stuff drawing and going on there. So thank you.
So with comics and logos for this year, here are a bunch of examples of what we achieved. Pretty much similar to what we did last year, except with comics, because we had a big focus on collaboration this year, I tried to work in a lot more feedback. We worked together to come up with storyboards as opposed to it being like an individual thing. And yeah, so there are also many more to come, so get keen.
And with mini projects, our main project is Yearbook. It's something that we're working over the 3 terms that we've had Subcom, and these are some of the pages for the CS Yearbook that Subcom is working on. So Subcom induction, software road trip, that's day 2, and CC SOC at O-Week, just a little sneak peek as to how Yearbook will be like.
Alright, so with our goals, we separate them into, they're pretty big, but separate into the main merch goals, Subcom specific goals, Yearbook goals, and also general goals. With the merch goals, obviously we haven't had our merch release, so those 3 with a timer, that means they're coming soon and we will achieve them soon. And yeah, with subcommittee specific goals, we've achieved every single goal. That includes weekly subcommittee meetings, receiving feedback internally and externally, end of year group performance review, it's done by us directors, as well as collective portfolio goals. We did that by scoping out realistic deadlines, hopefully each stream did. And also we aligned meetings with existing internal and external CC SOC events and prioritize stream workload. So merch at the start and eventually move them into mini projects which will help Shay with the yearbook. And for yearbook, yeah, obviously we haven't successfully published it because it's in the works, but we have maintained a Google Drive and gradual completion throughout the year. And our general goals of feedback outlet, so that's when with the merge, I did a little feedback feedback survey for the internal and external people of the CSE community, and also we updated the guidelines so for future reference of other directors and subcom. And yeah, continual vectorization of Ollie, that is continual and happen until the end of the year. And yeah, so by the end of the year, hopefully all of these will be completed. And yeah, so to conclude our report, so like huge credits to our subbies for your energy, vibes, and enthusiasm. Creative wouldn't be the same, and you guys did so much work. We truly are happy that you brought Creative, which is our port, to life. So yeah, shout out everyone, shout out to our subbies and Freepop. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm Brandon, one of the digital directors, and Amy, my co-director, is unfortunately not here today. Yeah, so just starting off with our visions from the start of the year, our primary goal was to foster an inclusive, welcoming, and vibrant digital community, primarily through the CSE SOC Discord. Our secondary goal was to host some online social events to have greater accessibility for offshore students and students who live far away from campus or just prefer online medium. And lastly was to upskill and foster a rewarding experience for subcom members. And some of our goals are primarily encouraging social interaction through online events and discussions, proactive moderation to create a safe and inclusive environment, and writing a moderation playbook to ensure consistent moderation, and increasing visibility of suggestion and feedback forms for the CSE SOC Discord. So throughout the year we processed manually over 440 Discord tickets. That's to do with moderation, suggestions for the server, things like that. And with that we published a moderation playbook which kind of standardizes the guidelines and punishments, and also helps the internal team kind of just be consistent and on the same page. That should just help the future moderation teams. So one of the tournaments or events we ran was a Brawl Stars tournament. It had over 60 individual participants, and we held it fully remotely for accessibility and diversity with the sign-ups. And just a few other events. These are more subcom run events. We had the GeoGuessr knockout tournament and a Discord games night. And this all couldn't be possible without our subcom. So this is just some pictures throughout the year. Huge thanks, especially with all the tickets. Like 440 is like more than one a day. But yeah, thanks.
Hello everyone, we are Education, so my name is Alina, and we have our co-directors William.
Hello everyone.
And also...
Hello everyone, I'm Kiki.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a really grateful year. I guess let's start with our visions. So first one is we want to meet the needs of units of UCSE as a whole, not just first year. So I guess we achieve this through different events, not only tailored to first year, but also like COM2521 revision sessions, also including Open Dev, so they are not tailored for first year, so that's our first vision. Second vision is bigger presence within the CSE society. I guess we achieve this through having a lot of different events, so we mainly have around 3 events per term, and I guess that's a bigger presence compared to the previous years. And also the third one is develop the technical knowledge and skills of CSE, so we not only provide the learning opportunities and knowledge to CSE SOC, but also the general CSE community, all the people learning CSE, and yeah, I guess that's our vision. So next, principal.
Yeah, so we had a few 3 key principles for our year as education directors. First was innovate, which was provide useful opportunities for students to learn. So we had this through, as I mentioned before, our open dev sessions and our revision sessions, which we got some pretty good feedback on. Accessibility, engage with a range of individuals within and outside of CSC SOC. So that was the point, as mentioned before, of our open dev sessions, it wasn't just for people in CSC, it was for anybody doing any degree whatsoever could come along and learn basic development, HTML, CSS, React, that sort of thing, and community. Engage with the CSC community, seeking out and listening to feedback. So we had our feedback forms and that sort of stuff at the end of most of our events, and yeah, they've been pretty bloody good. And next we want to go on to our goals.
So we had 3 main goals this year. One was to increase the quality of our created content. We had a huge attendance in our revision sessions. The subcom came together and created some really good content that I hope future edu teams can build upon. We want to increase the variety of events and revision sessions offered. So later this term we are running 4 revision sessions ideally. So 1511, 2521, 1521 and 3121, so we've ranged from first year introductory to second, third year 3121. The key thing we did not hit this year was a new CSC Learn platform. Still up in the air, but there's a future goal of unifying the website, so we'll see what happens with that.
Still cooking.
Yeah, and also just adding on to that, we have also like collaborated with comps, as they mentioned before, and also like CPM SOC to create different sort of events. So that's also like increasing the variety of it. That's just some photos.
So yeah, we got some photos of our revision sessions. Lots of great food, not eating in a cat's room. Don't believe everything you see. And we got some photos of people presenting. Do you want to move on to the next slide? And this is open dev. It's pretty cool. Got some pointing again. Next one. And do you want to talk about our achievements?
Cool. So I briefly touched on it before, but attendance was really great this year with our Lab Zero workshop at the start of the year. We had over 80 people in attendance shoved into a lecture hall. And many of our other revision sessions received well in excess of 40 or more people. As I said, we've created many high quality resources this year, and our subcom got together for some great times, including induction, we went ice skating, road trip, many fun times.
And here's some great photos. I really like the one in the top middle. And yeah, as you can see, we all had a lot of fun, and we taught a bunch of people. We got to create some great content. And yeah, all around it was a fantastic year, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank every single one of our subcoms, some of whom are in attendance today. They were just the best, honestly, the best subcoms we could have asked for. But yeah. I think that's everything.
Hello, we're Events, presented by the best. Your 2024 Events Directors. This is Emma Short-Newen, Jalaj Kid Jane, and this is Jenny Scary Lee. And that is our entire team. So we have Ethan, the tall one. We have Kayla, Kelly, Kai, who's that? Oh, Ian, Lito, and Adrian, who's sadly now in London for the rest of his life. Or no, I don't know, life.
So our visions this year was to be inclusive and focus on quality and good communication. This meant having inclusive events and encouraging diverse participation amongst the student body. We had great communication within the portfolio and society, where we established meaningful interactions and created a stronger bond within the society. We tried to enhance the standard of events by making them a memorable experience for the community. And our goals this year was to increase subcom engagement. We did this by having our own events, meetings, and more management. We hosted innovative events. That was recently our ball, and we also have an upcoming Halloween party. So you guys should come. It's in week 8. Watch out for the promo in Facebook. And also enhanced bonding activities. So that was little sunrises, meetings, barbecues, all of that. Diverse in leadership. So this year we had all the subcoms do one of the event, lead them or delegate tasks for them to do. And attendance growth. So this year we had a lot, record-breaking pub crawl attendance, and also ball numbers increased a lot.
Our events this year, so we've had first year camp, a bunch of barbecues, bunch of pub crawls, ball, and upcoming ones like Socktail, party, and another pub crawl. So some of our key stats. So at ball we had 180 plus attendees, and it was the first ever inter-uni CEC ball. We will have 4 pub crawls in 3 terms with an insane average of 200 plus students. We had 180 plus attendees at our annual first year camp. We've had 4 plus society collabs, possibly more to come, and over 10 large scale events in a year. To end it off, these are the best subbies we could have asked for. It is all thanks to our subbies. Thanks also everyone in the society, execs, and the team for a great year. Best of luck and see you around.
Cool. So, we are the HR directors of this year. So, I'm Edwin.
I'm Orion.
And I'm Jasmine.
Cool. So, as HR in 2024, we were basically responsible for creating a fun and inclusive internal environment for the members of CSE, right? Which meant basically making sure that people were bonded and people were having fun and like happy with each other in order to help them push better events for the external society. Coming into this year, we still are a relatively new port, which meant that we had quite a blank slate to really implement HR into this port that we want. So I'll pass it on.
So, to achieve this, we set out the following visions for the year. So we had maintain an approachable reputation, promote a welcoming and equal community by emphasizing inclusion of all 3 divisions, and encourage open communication across the society. We then turned these visions into these tangible goals. So we had in-person society-wide events, at least once a term, at least 1 online event, run at least 3 subcom-led events, at least 2 non-drinking society-wide events, a society-wide road trip with at least 80% attendance, and 60% attendance throughout all major bonding events. So, although this last goal was achieved for majority of our events, there were a few events where it fell short. However, this just allowed us to reflect on what measures we could take to get close to this goal, such as pushing events out earlier and releasing feedback forms after events.
Yep, and now that we've reached the end of our term as directors, we can proudly say that this was a great year of achievements, not only just for us, but for the HR port as a port of CSE SOC, since we'll be a pretty new port. And out of our accomplishments over the past year, some of our main ones include the largest road trip run in CSE SOC history with over 120 attendees. We also facilitated regular interactions between the 3 divisions through society-wide events where people got to interact with people they didn't normally work with, and that was with an average of 2 large events run per term. And we also established a stronger online presence and community for the internal team, and this included, but not limited to, creating a communal Instagram account that gave portfolios a platform to highlight and share their experiences, and also establishing an internal Facebook group to make discussions and sharing internal events easier. And this also included our in-house efforts to create cover photos that interest and intrigue the attendees more, which makes them more discoverable and memorable. So you can see those banners that we made. So there have been quite a few major events that we've run this year, of which these are the ones that are hung and done. And these two are the ones yet to be run so far. So we had a weekly challenges contest where podiums were awarded with cash prizes for bondings. We also had CSC SOC's first trampoline park bonding, and also our first ever society-wide road trip that was successful. And we also had an indoor movie night to kick back with some snacks and enjoy a childhood classic. Oh, you can't really see it, but it was Minions. Oh wait, Despicable Me, sorry. And we also, by this point, we started to hand off the reins to our subcom to upskill them, to give them a taste of how to execute events. So that was the picnic day as a means for students to de-stress from uni and also reconnect with each other in term 2. And although the year is nearly up, we still have 2 more major events planned, which is CSC's first attempt at a past and present pub crawl, so inviting former CSC SOC members, so for a night of reconnecting and socializing, and this lets people who are currently in the society connect with previous years. And we also have HR's flagship sports day, which give the ports a chance to battle it out and decide the strongest of them all athletically.
Cool. So although there are only 3 of us up here right now, obviously HR wouldn't have been successful without our very reliable subcom, and to you guys, we could not have chosen better subbies. So a big thank you very much. So starting with the image here from the very left, in front we have Ellie, Jenny, Grace, and we have Jasmine, of course. And then starting from behind, we have Izzy, and then Ori, Michael, and Darian, who could not join us today. Of course, we also want to extend our thanks to the execs this year for kind of supporting all of our initiatives and being open to our ideas, and also helping us brainstorm our possible solutions. And also to the rest of the CSC SOC team this year. Thank you guys so much for showing up to all of our events, reacting, and kind of just bringing a good energy. Cool. So, although it might be kind of the end of our time as HR directors, we hope to pass the torch on to kind of a strong team, and we hope that we've built kind of a strong foundation for them to work on. Thank you so much.
Alright, hello everyone. I'm Derek, one of the IT directors for this year.
And I'm Dominic, and I'm the other IT director for this year. Right. Cool. Yeah, so in terms of visions and goals, we had 3 kind of main areas, being our subcommittee, the CSE or UNSW community, as well as like technical areas. And we kind of grouped those into like 5 main goals. Yeah. Being, to develop the subcom, not just personally in their interactions with each other, as well as technically in the 2 projects that we have, being the CSC SOC website and Discord bot. We definitely also wanted to nurture a welcoming and involved subcom community, as well as various tools and features to enrich the CSC community, and also foster greater project awareness amongst the community as well.
Alright, so these are our main achievements. I'll go through the middle probably first. So we broke away from DevSoc, and as a result, we kind of wanted to take the opportunity to make this subcom a bit more welcoming for people with a range of technical backgrounds, and also a range of year groups and stuff like that, and experience. So with the subcom, I think, we had numerous bondings, weekly meetings, and really kept, I guess, the spirit alive. And I think we were both pretty proud of kind of creating a welcoming learning environment. As I mentioned, like the subcom kind of came in, some were more technically experienced than others, but we hope to make it a useful learning and upskilling experience for every single one. And as a result, one of our main goals was to make sure that everyone was able to merge at least 1 PR by the end of their tenure, really contribute to a project that would have many users. We actually exceeded the goal. Everyone actually managed to merge 2 PRs each that will be going into production, which is pretty cool. Cool, and then our 2 main projects. First one being Discord bot. So yeah, continual upkeep. We deployed 7 new features this year. We also did some refactoring to make sure it's easier to maintain in the future. The uni electives data and making that accessible straight through the Discord. To course chat year-based setups. And yeah, it's a bit hard to show like the Discord bot, but here's an image of Discord bot. And then with the website, there was one main goal this year, which was to revamp the society website. The current website is a bit old, if you haven't noticed. And so yeah, that was our main goal this year. We wanted to ensure that it had engaging visuals, in line with, I guess, the future direction of merging all the websites. We wanted to combine more relevant content within the website, and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of work went into this, over 30 PRs over the course of the year. And yeah, our main goal was to deploy this. This will be happening later this term, so keep an eye out for that. Here's a sneak peek of what the website might look like. We didn't want to show too much, because yeah, check it out later. Cool. Alright, and then yeah, our subcom were really great this year. Definitely couldn't have done it without them. This was a really, a huge group effort, and everyone was able to kind of, hopefully grow a bit technically, socially, and contribute to projects that lots of people use.
Massive thank you to every member of our subcom as well as our helpful execs. Shout out to Matt. And yeah, it has definitely been what you guys have been working on, which has made this year so great. So yeah, thank you all for all the bonding and all the work on the projects as well.
Just try to keep it, in time.
Okay, so I'm Zidian, this is Aaron. Oh.
I'm Lisa.
And we were the marketing directors for this year. So we were responsible for advertising all of our events on social media. So this includes Instagram and Facebook, and also TikTok. So next slide, thank you. So some of our visions for this year were to firstly foster an inclusive environment and increase new member participation. So one of the ways we aimed to do this was to update our link in bio more often, so then people can sign up more easily, right? And then also we started including links directly to the sign up form in our stories a bit more often as well, and that would also allow people to sign up easier. This was especially helpful for like first year students during O Week who like didn't have Facebook, and then also like international students like those from China. Alright. Alright, and so one of our other goals was to improve the photo taking process. So we aim to try and get the photos out from events a bit more on time, and yeah, so that was done, I think, pretty well. And then also we ended up teaching our subcom how to use Lightroom and how to edit photos. So that definitely helped a lot. And our last goal was to increase our social media presence so then more people can find out about our events.
So some of our highlights we've had this year, oh my gosh, can you read that? Can you read that? Can you read that? I don't think I play. I'm sorry. One of some of the highlights we had this year, we've had an interstate collaboration with Monash. So both of these videos have totaled to 500k plus views, and we're incredibly proud of our subcommittee for contributing to this reel. I think they contributed to the second one, and having fun, as it's what we want to promote as part of the CSE community. And we ultimately brought together CSE communities from different states and built not only a face-to-face community, but contributed to the digital community. We also increased the volume of photos, totaling to 4,500 plus photos taken this year, to both use for promotional content and sharing the fun that we have in our events. So we have first year camp, pub crawl, and it's from a photo from our wheelchair basketball events.
to standardize our marketing processes, I've also written guides for how to, what did I write guys for creation of Weekly Push, the event promotion, and Xenia made a video on how to edit our photos.
So, as one of the innovative goals we set as marketing directors, the incentive to produce higher social media engagement and reach has proven to be one of the highlights of the year. A large part of this was thanks to the increased Instagram and TikTok reels produced for the year and counting. These included edits for event promotions, some with other societies as well as with other universities, throwbacks of events as well as general entertainment content targeted at the CSC community. This was done while encouraging the subcommittee members in marketing to participate in trends and create their unique content for CSC SOC. So the effect of this is evident with 145% increase in Instagram and TikTok reels produced from last year, with a cumulative viewership exceeding 3.3 million. This could not have been achieved if not for the wonderful commitments and hard work produced by members of the marketing subcommittee as well as the media portfolio. The next slide. Some more social media insights we have accomplished this year in marketing included an 83,500% increase in Instagram clicks. In addition to this, our follower growth across our three primary modes of social media, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, have seen an increase in numbers. In particular, our Instagram page has seen the highest growth across our social media accounts, with 21% increase in following and achieving a reach of 1.5 million accounts, excluding our reels, which satisfies our goal of broadening and reaching the wider community.
Additionally, So big thank you to our subcommittee. None of our highlights or achievements could have been done without you guys and our diligent work for weekly pushes and promotion of all our events. So thank you to Vedant, Sienna, Sunny, Jun, Yuji, Sean, Casey, Christine, Winnie, Amit, and Joanna.
Hi guys, we are media. I'm Dylan, this is Gloria, and this is Leo. And yeah, that's it. Let's get on to it, bro. Yo, this is our team. Yo, this is our SOCOM, beautiful SOCOM. We got Christine, Katie, Sam, Rayhan, Hay, Bella, Gloria, and Leo. Yeah, we're beautiful. So first of all, we split our visions into our content visions and our subcom visions. So first with content, we want to broaden our media so it's inclusive to all communities and it is very inclusive of every uni student. Innovation, we want to come up with brand new ideas, really explore new trends and build upon old trends such as Meet the Execs, and 3 high quality projects with better like planning, better technical skills like lighting, camera recording, and consistency. We just want a more consistent upload schedule using software such as Jira and the Confluence.
For subcom visions, firstly we wanted to make a very interconnected environment. We wanted to be close to each other. We wanted lots of bondings, and we definitely achieved that. I think we did bondings with ourselves, but with also other subcommittees, other portfolios, and yeah, we also wanted to upskill our subcoms. We had 2, upskilling, and then we had collective growth. We all wanted to grow from each other and learn something new from this experience.
So with our goals, we have content goals and subcommittee goals, but I think we just achieved a lot of it. So with YouTube, as of right now, it's actually 1.96. So not at 2K yet, but it would grow. And we mainly achieved most of them. One of the noticeable ones is at least 4 articles. We did that. So subcoms did that. Next. Releases. So we had over 10. We had 10 shorts, 4 videos, 5 articles, and 1 creative writing competition, which we collaborated with WIT and the English Creative Writing Society, which was super exciting. Our noticeable release was that one. Everyone's seen it, I hope. It's 1.9 million, and we gained over 300 followers from that reel alone.
Hi, I'm Keely.
Sorry.
I'm doing design. I'm actually not doing engineering outside of this.
And then we have also the button coming out. So here's a quick little trailer.
Hello. Oh, love it. Okay. Hi everyone. So this is Outreach. I'm Joyce, one of the Outreach directors. This is Sapphire. Yeah, this is Sapphire, the other Outreach director. Yeah, moving on to the next slide. Okay. Oh yeah, that's us. Okay, next. Okay. Obviously, we couldn't have done a lot of what we've achieved this year without our kids, our subcom. So I just want to shout them out right now. So we've got the beautiful Liam, we've got Jaden, Chendai, Hayden, Yisha, Isha, Kevin, and Anushka. So shout out to them. Next slide. Okay, and Sapphire will go over our visions and goals.
So to start with, we wanted to extend Outreach's potential. So we're still relatively new port. This is only our 2nd year. So yeah, that comes with identifying our goals and targets of transparency. And also, we wanted to extend our initiatives to include like mental health and philanthropy. We also wanted to promote inclusivity in education. So this meant partnering with more societies, having consistent resources and events, as well as acknowledging key EDI dates and educating the community. We wanted our events to be meaningful and appropriate. So this was through surveys and feedback with the community, and ensuring that all our events pass EDI approval. And finally, we wanted our events to be open to everyone. So we wanted to partner with societies that weren't just, CS and engineering related, and give students opportunities to interact with staff as well.
Yeah, and also our goals for our subcom were to have fun, but also like upskill and learn how to, organize events for the student community. Those were our checklist of goals. We'll go over that later as well. Okay, sure. So we have feedback forms at our events, collaborating with other societies throughout the year, creating at least one event for postgraduate students, international students, events that celebrate Pride for LGBTQIA students, also events around cultural celebrations, mental health and wellness, and also philanthropy based. And there's a lot more goals, but that's okay. We can go over to the next slide now. And yeah, okay, so here's an overview of our events from this year. Term 1, we had 2 beautiful events. One, networking night with WIT and SINGS from UCIT, so it was an inter-uni collaboration for International Women's Day. It was a networking night for women in tech. We also raised proceeds that went to One Girl, so that supports girls in Africa. We also had a second event with BITSA, so that's wheelchair basketball, also raised proceeds towards wheelchair basketball in New South Wales. Yes, moving on. Term 2, so first we had our first series of Pride events. So that was Pride Month, so Pride Creation Stations. Look at our lovely subbies here. So that was like painting, and we also had Pride Coastal Walk in collaboration with Wonder Sock and Sappho Sock. Anyways, so and also with socials. So shout out to socials as well. So that was a really cute event. We also got photos at the Rainbow Stairs, which was super cute. And then we had a very well-named event called Papa's Bakeria, and people were able to decorate cupcakes, little cookies, like rainbow icing and different assortments. Moving on to the next slide. So then the last two events for term 2, we had Cultural Barbecue, which won an ARC award. Anyways, for a new initiative. So people were invited to like pin where they were from on the map, cooking up different foods of like different cultures. We had like Chinese scallion pancakes and Viet rolls, profiterole rolls, and Thai milk tea and whatnot. And then we had a great post-grad networking night in collaboration with also Careers. Shout out to Careers as well for getting us the sponsor. So TikTok at our event drew a lot of people to our event. It was also in collaboration with MassSox Outreach. Super cute as well. Yeah, so moving on to the next slide now.
So as you can see, I think we got through pretty much like most of our goals. I think the only ones that we missed were we didn't manage to get 5 bondings with our subcom, not planned at least exactly. And then yeah, I think we also didn't manage to have a bonding with every other portfolio, so it was just those 2 that we didn't meet. But yeah, we went through everything else with all of our events and initiatives for postgrads and stuff. And then just wanted to highlight one new initiative we had this year, which was our Humans of CSC article. So for all these months, we had articles released by us and our subcom that focused on a minority group at UNSW and their experience. And yeah, we'll have more coming out for the next few months as well. And then yeah, so we have 3 more events for this term. They're led by our subcom. So we were supposed to have one today, but I think that will be postponed to
postponed until further notice. We'll let you guys know soon. But it was so sad because there were like 10 people who showed up. Anyways, but that was super cute. And then second event, we have Build a Journal, so it'll be also a philanthropy-based event. And then 3, we'll have cultural sweets around the world, so look forward to getting free food at the quad and also learning about different sweets from different cultures. Also 2 more Secret Humans of CSC articles coming out, so look forward to that as well. Next slide. And obviously, shout out again to our kids. We couldn't have done all of these events, all of these articles without you guys, so thank you so much. Also, thank you so much to all the other portfolios who come support our events, also collab with us as well, so yippee! So, those are our... Hello, we are socials. Yeah, next please. Thank y'all. So we have Jennifer, the cutest one, me, the silliest one, and Davis, the funniest one. And then these are our kids. So we have Sheen, we have Jenny, we have Alfonso, McKean, April, Maddie, KJ, and Patrick. I'm so sorry. So our vision this year was to engage CSC SOC with philanthropy. We wanted to do more philanthropy-related events as well as looking into more charity events as well. We also wanted to structure and facilitate the growth of our subcom, provide an inclusive and welcoming environment for the CSC SOC community, and beyond that as well, within people who are not in the CSC community as well. Creating diverse event opportunities to further our reach and forge more authentic bonds.
Yeah, so based on those visions, we collected a few goals. And if we go to the next slide, we reached all of them. Yay! Yeah, so kicking off, in term 1, we had our flagship peer mentoring program. So that's our term long program for first year students, just helping them assimilate into the uni culture. So we had 94 peer mentor applications, 343 peer mentee applications, and 38 groups in total. Yeah, if we go to the next slide, we'll see a range of the different events we held throughout that term. We had kickoff, we had a board games night, we had a reading night, and really excitingly, we also had, in collaboration with NSOC, we had a city-wide scavenger hunt, which was really exciting for everyone involved then. Yeah, next slide.
Yes, and then for term 2, we started off with Rainbow Road with Outreach. And it was really fun. And then we did ice skating in July, Skateless. And then afterwards, we had a stressless week that targets mental health and relieving your stress. And last but not least, for term 2, we did a Sugar for Shelter, which is a bake sale for youth off the streets, where we managed to raise $600, which was really good. And it was really fun because we all came together to bake food and we sold them. Yeah. And next, for term 3, these are our subcom-led events. So we had our movie night yesterday, which was really good turnout. We had 100+ people, which was really good for a outdoor movie night. And then afterwards, we have a Chuck and Debug with comps very soon. And then a bouldering night due to popular demand, and last but not least, a nostalgia night. So please keep check it out when it's out on Facebook. It's very soon. And so these are just more photos of us, our events, and just a huge thank you for everyone, our subbies, everyone who attended our events. We can't do this without any of you, and hope to see you guys soon.
Okay, so now we have a lot of constitutional amendments. We're going to try to speed through these. So basically what I need to do is, in accordance with the Constitution, voting on motions will be done by a show of hands. Oh, also before that, we need to accept the director reports. So I move to accept the reports. Any seconders? I think I saw Emma was first. Yeah, so Emma accepts those. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go to constitutional amendments. We have 11 constitutional amendments to make, just because there are a few from ARC. In accordance with the Constitution, voting on motions will be done by a show of hands. So for each constitutional amendment, I will attempt to pass the motion through. I will then ask the floor to raise your hands in affirmative, then the opposite. Yeah, so basically just raise your hand if you agree. So the first amendment is a non-for-profit clause, which is basically ARC has kind of asked us to add this in. So this is just a rewording for the non-for-profit status. Does anyone have any questions or objections to this? No. Okay, I move to accept Amendment A into the Constitution. Can I get a show of hands? Do I have a seconder? Davis was seconder. Can I have a show of hands of like who agrees? So basically raise your hand if you agree with that. Okay, yep, majority, moving on. Okay. Amendment B. So basically it's just a longer notice period and executives will no longer count to the quorum of 15 people when we run AGMs. Another ARC mandate. Does anyone have any questions or objections to this? No? Yeah, so I move to accept Amendment B into the Constitution. Do I have a seconder? Susie was first. Okay, now we'll attempt to move this. So could we get a show of hands who agrees with this? Yeah, okay, majority, there we go. Next, Amendment C, so we're adding to the role of returning officer, which is another ARC requirement, which is basically now replacing what used to be co-president's role. We're just renaming it to returning officers, and that will normally be the co-presidents, so it's basically the same. Any questions, objections? So I move to accept Amendment C. Amendment C, does anyone have... do I have a seconder? Leah? Yep. Now we'll move to a vote. So show of hands who agrees with this. Yeah, we have a majority. We can move on. Next one is Amendment D, which is just adding more additional roles to the Grievance, Equity, Diversity and Inclusivity Officer. Another ARC kind of suggestion that we've taken on board. Yeah, it's just to increase like what the agenda will cover and what they won't cover and be more clear on that. So does anyone have any questions or objections on that? Nope? Okay, yeah. I move to accept Amendment D into the Constitution. Do I have a seconder? Yeah, Matt. Now we'll move to a vote. Everyone, if you agree with this, hands up. Yeah, okay, awesome. Move on. So Amendment E. So it's just to amend member termination. So previously, like, it's like basically if anyone has done anything to sabotage or do something or has done something wrong in society, a party who was like wronged can basically ask for a private kind of outcome instead of a public one, which used to be the case. Does anyone have any questions or objections? Nope. Okay. I move to accept Amendment E into the Constitution. Do I have a seconder? McKean, yep. Now vote, we'll vote again, all in favor, majority, awesome. Now we'll move on to Amendment F, which is just the removal of Comp Club from our constitution, because previously Comp Club was affiliated with CSESOC, but now they've split up and they're affiliated, so they're no longer affiliated with CSESOC, so we're just removing this clause. Does anyone have any objections or questions about this? Nope. Okay, no?
Is it beef?
No, it's just simply no longer affiliated. Any other questions? Yep, go ahead. Do I have a seconder? Justin. Now we'll move to a vote. All in favor of this? Yep, okay, majority, so we'll move on. So now we just have 3 more smaller ones. Amendment G is just adding another secretary role to keep track of the ABN, which we now need as a society. Any questions? No. All in favor? I move to accept Amendment I into the Constitution. Do I have a seconder? July. Now we'll move to a vote. Everyone, yeah, awesome. And next one, Amendment H, to amend full membership definition, because we are getting a cybersecurity degree next year, so we just wanted to clarify and change the wording so that it includes like a cybersecurity degree, and we just made it more versatile, so any additional degrees will also be counted under CSESOC that are part of the CSE school. Do I have any objections or questions? Okay, I move to accept Amendment H. Any second? Jenny, I think I saw. And now we'll put it to a vote. All in favor? Yep, awesome. And the very last one is just amendments to financial institution. So it's just to reword it so it's like approved by half. So it's just worded properly. Do I have any questions or objections? No? Okay, I move to accept Amendment I. Do I have a seconder? Dominic? Okay, yep. And all in favor of this motion? Hands up. Okay, majority. Awesome, we got through that so fast. Thank you guys. Okay, so before announcing the election results, we would like to first commend all nominees for putting themselves out there, because it's not an easy job to put yourself out there and put time in to make a website or anything like that. So we just wanted to thank everyone who did put their name forward, because awesome job. Moving on, so the process is you must verbally accept the role once it has been determined, and after the meeting, stay behind for a quick group photo and a quick talk just to set everything up. So votes were calculated using a single transferable vote system.
Hi everyone, my name is Matthew. I was the 2024 Vice President of the Technical. Today we're going to talk about who got nominated for the 2025 Technical Vice President. So we had 2 nominees for this position, Alif Aslan and JJ Roberts White. And your Vice President Technical for 2025 is JJ Roberts White. JJ, do you accept this position?
I accept this position.
For the position of Vice President of Internals, we had 4 nominees: Dylan Hu, Gloria Shi, Jordan Jarman, and Lisa Lin. Your Vice President Internal for 2025 is Jordan Jarman. Jordan, do you wish wish to accept this position?
Let's go,
So on to the Vice President of Externals, we had 2 nominees. It was Alan Zhang and Emma Nguyen. And so your Vice President for 2025 of Externals, is Emma Nigel! Emma, do you accept this position?
Hello. Alrighty, so for the position of Jedi Officer, we had 5 nominees. We had Ariane Chon, James Mead, Joyce He, Susie Shah, and Zidian Chin. And your Jedi Officer for 2025 is Ariane Chon. So, Ariane, do you accept this position? Alright.
Okay, so for the position of ARC Delegate this year, we had 7 nominees. Avril Vij, Dominic Chuang, Jasmine Sian, Leo Massiman. Sorry if I messed that up. Sam Modesto, Susie Sia, and Dadian Quinn. Okay, so your ARC Delegate for 2025 is Leo. Leo, do you accept this position?
Okay, for the positions of secretary, we had 4 nominees: Dominic Chung, Dylan Hu, Edwin Tang, and Zidian Chin. Your secretary for 2025 is Zidian Chin. Zidian, do you accept this position?
Okay. For the position of treasurer, we had 4 nominees. We had Eric Kang, Pilar Jane, JJ White, and Lisa Lin. Your treasurer for 2025 is Lisa Lin. Lisa, do you accept the position as a next year's treasurer? Cool. Congrats.
Okay, last one, guys. So for the position of co-president, we had 7 nominees this year. We had Alan Zhang, Edwin Tang, Gloria Shi, Jasmine Shen, Joyce He, Sam Modesto, and Susie Shah. So in no particular order, your first co-president for 2025 is Joyce He. Joyce, do you accept this position? Okay, so your second co-president for 2025 is Susie Shah. Susie, do you accept this position? Okay, first, congratulations to all our new executives for 2025. We look forward to what you have planned or what is in store for 2025. Oh yes, before this, are there any objections to any roles? No objections? Okay, awesome. Okay, so I move to accept the election of the new executives and that its results be accepted. Does anyone second this? Sapphire seconds this. Okay, so that concludes the main part of the AGM. Congrats to all our executives. Just moving on to general businesses. So we just need to appoint the appointment of signatories, which will just be the new co-presidents, Joyce He, Susie Shah, and the new treasurer, Lisa Lin. Yeah. And okay, so I move that the bank signatories be appointed and be accepted. Does anyone second this? Jalaj. Yeah. Okay, and now just the confirmation of ABN as seen on the screen. That is the ABN, and that is our entity name. So I just move that the confirmation of the ABN be accepted. Does anyone second this? Davis. Yep, and just any business without notice. The floor is open to any members to present, to address any issues without notice, voice any ideas or questions. No? Okay, awesome. No further things to discuss. In that case, that concludes the 2024 CSOC AGM. Thank you everyone for attending. Can we have the new execs come down here so we can get